everybody else, um, and make sure they're okay, and if people won't go to heaven because of you and all this other stuff. No, people won't go to heaven because of them. People won't go to heaven because of them. That is their decision. And I think that may be more of a Calvinistic thing, where it's on you to get them to heaven and evangelize and everything. It's up to them. If they don't want to hear it, they don't have to. People have the right to believe what they want. Um, but all in all, enough about victim blaming. I have been a victim. I have had things happen to me. I don't believe I have the right to just mistreat everybody and just be an asshole to every single person I meet and then be shocked that they don't like me. And then see them as an enemy or see them as there's something mentally wrong with them. And it's why I had to get tough with myself and get out of codependency, because you can be codependent and have those beliefs that person didn't need my help nor ask for it. That person didn't need their business minded by me. They didn't ask. There's nothing wrong with them. It's me. And sometimes you have to say, what did I do? Well, you sat there and worried about everybody else. That's what you did. And you may have had good intentions, but the road to hell was paved with good intentions. So, it doesn't make them evil. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with them. You need to look at you at some point. Or you end up like Cyrax, where you're doing everything wrong and you won't even help yourself. You're going to be more and more victimized because you will not look within. You will not look at the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror and ask, what did I do wrong? You will not ask that because you think that somebody abusing you. And it literally, Cyrex is the personification of what happens when you never ask, what did I do wrong? What did I do? And sometimes with me, God had to sit me down and say, look right here. Yeah. You didn't need to do that. Well, I thought this and I thought that. It doesn't matter what you thought. That was mean. Well, I didn't mean to. It doesn't matter what you meant. It came off controlling and mean. Look right here. You were, with the last situation, you were just as bad as the people you want to demonize. Yes, these other things shouldn't have happened, but you were sitting there with them when they were doing things to other people. So how do you stand in judgment over them when you are not coming to court with your hands clean? And if you thought it was fine to do it to other people, why isn't it okay to do it to you? Sometimes you have to do that. And that's not your guilting, toxic guilt and toxic shame. I don't feel guilt and I don't feel shame. You should feel guilty for the things you've done, and you should be ashamed if you're doing horrible things to people. And just because I was victimized in that situation does not erase my role that I played. It doesn't erase it. All this to say, accusers usually are doing the same things that they accuse everybody else of doing. They're usually doing it to usurp authority are to destroy somebody else. It's no different than a narcissistic person or people who are disordered. All they do is accuse everybody of wrong and evil and harm and all these other things. And lo and behold, this was it's happened countless times in one of my groups that I'm in. Is, well, this person kept telling me all these people are doing this, these people did this, the people did this to me, and I messed up because of all these, and then they find out. Well, number one, they become the person on the chopping block next, who's accused of horrible things. Usually works that way. And they realize they talk to these people or whatever. These people did everything possible to help this person, or they don't even know who this person is. There's a show I used to listen to. It's on Spotify, called Stalking. A lot of that is people who were accused, or who listened to people who just all they did was accuse everybody of things, and then all of a sudden your neck is in the guillotine, and you're shocked by it because you didn't do any of these things. Well, a lot of times neither did the people they keep telling you about. Half of these people don't even know this person, and the other half tried to get away from this person or people as soon as they found out what they were dealing with. So it happens. Again, an accuser is not the same as somebody trying to seek justice. I'll say this really fast. It made me think of the part with the woman at the well, where she was, or the woman who was accused of adultery. I don't think they're the same ones. And Jesus said, "He who is without sin, cast the first stone." I think that whole thing was about a false accusation. Because back in those days, people who committed adultery, whoever they were caught, which would be the woman and the man, were supposed to be stoned to death. And when Jesus got there, they had the woman but not the man. So either this was a bro code situation where we're men and we're going to let this dude off the hook, or it was a situation, which I think it was, where it was a false accusation and there had never been a man to begin with. So that's why Jesus said, not saying she had not committed adultery, but it is the go and sin no more. She had been doing that. That probably wasn't what was going on right then, because where's the man? And when he's turned to the Pharisees, he said, "He who is without sin should cast the first stone." Meaning, a lot of them had sexual sin in their own lives. Maybe the man was amongst one of them, even. But either way, even if they had let the man go, you're not offended by adultery. You just want to stone people. You just want bloodshed. So you're not offended by sin. You just want to judge people. And that's what I really think it was, is Jesus knew who he was dealing with. These people don't care about sin. These people are not these righteous, virtuous people. They just want to sit and accuse. And that verse has been twisted into just Jesus condoned all of it, which he didn't. He's not condoning adultery. He's not condoning sexual sin or prostitution. He's not condoning that. He knew who he was dealing with. And I don't think it was just, well, they did it the wrong way and therefore, no, I think he knew exactly who he was dealing with. People who did not care about sin at all. And that's what my point with these two videos is, do you just want to accuse people, or are you actually looking for justice? Are you really just offended that some husband has been wronged by his wife? Or are you just a bloodthirsty maniac who just wants to kill people? And then drag Jesus into it and tie his arm and make him seem like, well, you better pick a side. Are you with us or against us? What does that sound like? Are you with us or against us? Whose side are you on? Are you on the side of right? No, you're bloodthirsty. I don't think you care about victims. I have literally come to that. I honestly don't think half of these people or women care about victims. I don't. This is a way to vicariously hurt whoever has wronged me in my past. And you are a bloodthirsty maniac.